Alright guys, welcome back to Son of Scotland 90, bringing you some more Total Extreme Wrestling. It's more time for TNA episode 11, just about to run the, what do you call it, explosion. And just before we do that though, let's have a quick look at the performance for TNA in the month of January. So there you can see, in January we ended up losing just over 35,000, which, you know, isn't good, but at the same time I expect us to lose more than that, and we can definitely turn that around. So it's not, I wouldn't say I'm worried about it at the moment too much. I mean, fuck, if it was coming at my own bank, obviously I'd be bricking it, I'd be panicking, I'd be pulling my hair out. But see, this is TNA, this is Dixie Carter's money, so yeah, we've still got quite a lot to play with, so we should be good for now. And for the popularity, let's just have a quick look and see what we've done. So here you can see in January we've basically went down everywhere really. This is tracking raw popularity, not the importance, mind you, but yeah, so we were 50 in every state, now we're down to 49 in every state. But we haven't had a show yet this month, so maybe when we do Explosion and Impact here, we will go back up. I'm hoping that's the case. And as for importance, you can see here it's here. And our most important places are Tri-State and Southern England, very popular in the UK. I'm looking to do a UK tour soon, or maybe in the next couple of months, so that would be great to do that. I'd also love us to move back up to Cult. I do not like being at regional at all, and I do believe we're definitely a cult-sized company. So, but we're not far away from getting back to Cult. You can see here, we only, if we could move up to 48 in Mid-South, we would be back to Cult status, which I think we need, and it helps attract more talent and shit like that. So definitely hoping to do it. First, let's go on with the show. Check emails first. Well, yeah, you can see we've done a 0.3 on pop. This is up from last week's episode, which was a 0.34. So we've got 4. We went up 4, which is pretty good, and that's our highest rating so far of this 2 series. So we're going in the right direction. And on Explosion, we drew a 0.01 on Challenge, which I think it's more or less 0.01 every week. So now you've seen that, the important stuff I may say, or the unimportant stuff, however you look at it, let's get into tonight's show. I don't think this is going to be a great Explosion, but I do think we're going to have a good Impact, so Impact should make up for Explosion. Let's go. And to start off the night, in an extremely poor match, Tigre Uno defeated Malabali Shera in 8 minutes 14 by pinfall for Sabertooth Splash. Tigre Uno was really off his game tonight, but the announcing and colour commentary helped the match. Tigre Uno's not really happy with this at the moment. He's unhappy because I made him job out to someone, which I think is a bit childish. Like, come on, you're the champ, mate, it's not supposed to take the belt off you. And you can see this Shera guy's improving in technical skills, but I hope to get rid of him soon, to be honest. I mean, the guy sucks. A lot of jobbers in this, to be honest, there's a lot of jobbers I need to get rid of. And when I say jobbers, I don't even mean enhancement talent, I just mean people that are shit. Like him, Eli, Drake, Mika, people like that. I've got no place for them. I'd rather actually bring in, you know, talented enhancement openers than guys like that. So, anyway, 32 E+, not too bad to start off. Explosion moving on. In the ring, Tigre Uno calls it Manic and challenges him to a match. However, Manic doesn't respond and Tigre is left unanswered in the ring. Tigre Uno had problems due to the language barrier, which you can expect. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have booked this. And Stu Run had fans with that segment, but considering it got a 27 rating, I'm sure the overall heat for the rivalry has came down with that, so not too great there. Moving on, in an extremely poor match, Michael Bennett defeated Mika in 7 minutes 56 by pinfall off the box office smash. Mika was really off his game tonight, with the announcing and colour commentary helped the match. No one improved, 31 E+. It's been a poor Explosion so far. Then with Michael Bennett, talk about Maria Kanellis. It's got 27E. a really poor impact so far, a really poor explosion so far. Desperately need to, in the second half of the show, need to pull something out the bag here. In the next segment, Christy Hemme hosts her interview segment in the ring with her guest, Mr. Anderson. Christy Hemme struggled because a lot of people weren't following a script, but Mr. Anderson improvised well throughout the segment, so that's good. Christy Hemme's learning to show more charisma. I'll let Anderson go unscripted because he is pretty good at that and he can talk, so that's the reason why. And it's a shame Christy Hemme couldn't follow it, but it is what it is. 44D, we needed that, so that's our best rating of the night so far. Can we better it in the next match though? No, we can't. And about that had solid in reaction, but not much way of heat. Average heat even. Abyss defeated Mr. Anderson in 10 minutes 28 by pinfall with a black hole slam. Abyss and Mr. Anderson don't seem to click, and it made for an awkward bout. I'll be keeping that in mind for the future. 40D minus. Poor rating, to be honest. Expecting that to get high 40s, mid 40s, but they didn't click, so obviously not. Next, we have Robbie E, Jesse Gooders and GDC, known as the Bro Man, backstage hyping themselves up for tonight's Explosion main event, and for fuck's sake, in an extremely poor match, the Romans defeated Crazy Steve Andrews in 10 minutes 5 seconds when Robbie E defeated Crazy Steve by pinfall with a bro down. GDC did some good work at ringside, the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Robbie E's improving in rumble skills, a 32E+, what a shit show. I'm going to guess that we get, I'm going to say a 34 rating. Let's see if we can deliver that with the click of the button, or the click of the mouse even. I'm fucking even using this, click of the laptop, click of the pad thingy. Let's go. 36D minus, holy shit, I'm surprised about that. I'm happy that I wasn't expecting Explosion to get 36D minus, that's for sure. And we've had better explosions, but I'm happy with that, definitely, because it wasn't the best show. It ended not too bad if you take away the main event, but that's because of Crazy Steve Andrews. Second half definitely a lot stronger than the first half. And yeah, so I think we came out of there with a bit of, I was expecting that to do a lot more damage than it did, but thankfully only 36D minus. And now we go on Book Impact Wrestling. I'm going to do that, and yeah guys, join us in a minute. Alright guys, so we're back ready to run Impact Wrestling, but before we do that I've got some bad news. And it's bad news, but it could be worse. We have an injury, and the injury we have is to Jesse Goddard, and you can just see here, physically, he's going to be out for a good while, about 2 months. They reckon he'll be back in 56 days, so Jesse Goddard won't be able to compete for the next 2 months. It's a bit of a blow, especially to the tag team division, which is really thin at the moment. So we're going to have to maybe try and bring in a team. Although I'm sure Robbie and DJC can also team up while he's out. But anyway, time to go into Impact. Let's book the show. We got a 60 last week. I'd love to get another 60. But even if we can get close to that, I'd be happy. Let's see what we can do. For the first and only pre-show of the night, in an extremely short match, Abyss defeated Crazy Steve in 4 minutes 54 by pinfall with a chokeslam. The announcing quality lifted the match, and the colour commentary gave the match a boost. 37D minus, not bad for the pre-show. And now I'm happy with this. Now this is Matt Hardy. This is Mr. Anderson's new segment. Probably going to be a weekly segment on Impact. And his interview segment is called Answer the Asshole, and because he's an asshole and you have to answer him. Anyway, Hardy apologises. And more importantly, his family. He says that he can't beat EC3 and that he is not meant to be the champion. So Matt Hardy, pretty dejected Matt Hardy. Make us a 53C minus, very happy with that. And you see Mr. Anderson was superb working without a script. He had the crowd in the palm of his hands the entire time, so great start for this new feature, this new segment show, and it's going to be happening every week probably. And yeah, 53C minus, great way to start the show. Let's move on. Talk about body, great way to start the show anyway. In an extremely poor match, Drew Galloway defeated Sandra Jones in 6 minutes of G-spot. This was the Galloway to Glory match. And Sandra Jones, Irishman from Donegal, tried to get, isn't it? It's old school heel gimmick. Actually debuted it with an initial 90 rating, but sadly for him, he's not going to get to use it because he didn't beat Drew Galloway. He doesn't earn a TNA contract. Bye bye, Sandra Jones. Thanks for coming. Good night. 30+. Next up, in a match that had average crowd reaction and some decent in-ring action, Michael Bennett and the Beautiful People defeated Gail Kim, Awesome Kong, Tigre Uno and Rockstar Spud in 9 minutes 21, when Bennett defeated Spud by pinfall with a box office smash. Maria Kanellis did some good work at ringside. The announcing quality lifted the match. The overbooking didn't sit well with the crowd, but when you've got 4-on-4 bodies flying everywhere, you can expect a bit of overbooking, I think. The Beautiful People versus the Ugly People storyline has advanced, and the Masked Competitor storyline has advanced. 45D rating. To be honest, I'm happy with that. Awesome Kong's improving in Rumbles. Madison Reigns improving in technical. Rockstar Spud improving in Rumble. Manic improving in performance. 45D. That's good. Moving on. Dixie Carter books him. She doesn't have fucking hell. 57C rating. Awesome. Dixie Carter was very underwhelming though, which is disappointing, but the retiring Kurt Angle storyline has advanced, which is great news. Dixie Carter says that obviously do not how they get on tonight in singles action against, for fuck's sake, against a great team. The Wolves. So Angle and Bram individually are going to be taking on the Wolves tonight. 57C minus rating for Dixie Carter. Great stuff. Moving on. Oh, fucking brilliant. I'm really happy with that rating. 58C minus, holy shit. And about had soldering action and average heat. Beer Money defeated GGC and Robbie E in 9 minutes 40 when Bobby Roode defeated DGC by pinfall with a drinking while investigating. Bobby Roode and James Storm showed excellent chemistry teaming together. And this was a number one contenders match for the tag titles, so Beer Money are your new number one contenders for the Wolves tag team titles. And they'll probably get that match at Turning Point. Next up, in a match with average crowd reaction and some decent in-ring action, Brooke and Lashley defeated Eric Young and Taryn Terrell in 7 minutes 53 when Eric Young was disqualified while fighting Lashley. The Knockout Supremacy storyline has advanced. The Crazy Man targets Lashley storyline has also advanced. 47D, not too bad at all. So it's been a pretty good impact so far. Could make up for the lackluster explosion. Let's see what we're moving on to next. Fuck, this is brilliant, man. It's 64C. Happy fucking days. In the ring, Jeff Hardy calls it EC3 and challenges him. To give his brother one more chance. EC3 says in it for him. Jeff replies, never. If Matt Hardy loses, he'll never receive another TNA Heavyweight Championship match while EC3 is the champion. Carter accepts and books a match between Matt and Tyrus tonight. So, what do you think of that segment, guys? In the ring, Jeff Hardy basically calls out EC3 and asks him to give Matt Hardy one more chance for the title. I dejected Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy down in the dumps at the moment. He's not doing well. EC3 basically says no, he's got nothing to gain from it. Hardy replies, give him one more chance, and if Matt Hardy can't beat you at Turning Point, then Matt Hardy will never challenge you again for the World Heavyweight Championship. EC3 accepts this, but he says part of the deal is that Matt Hardy has to take on Tyrus in tonight's main event, and it got a 64C. And the storyline, advanced with this segment, the storyline wasn't doing well at the moment. I think it was at 27 heat, so surely this 64 will have bumped it up a hell of a lot. Great rating there, I'm happy with that. Next, in a match that had average crowd reaction and some decent in-ring action, Bram defeated Eddie Edwards in 10 minutes 27 by pinfall, with a brighter side of suffering 48D. Not bad. The announcing quality helped the match. Nobody improved. Decent match. Not too bad at all. I'll take it. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy are talking backstage. Hardy acts heelish towards Hardy. Matt says Jeff had no right to do that. Jeff says he believes in his brother and that Matt will defeat EC3 at Turning Point. And you can remember, guys, Matt Hardy's been on a bad roll. He lost to EC3 at the first pay-per-view. Lost to EC3 at the first Impact for the title. And then he lost in the tag team title match when the Hardys took on the Wolves for the tag titles. So Matt Hardy is 0-3 in title matches. He's not got a lot of confidence at the moment. And as for the script here, looked as if the Hardys done terrible. I thought I'd let them go off script to see if they could work some of their magic, and it didn't happen. So that probably contributed to the poor rating. But it's been a good show so far, so I can't complain too much about the rating. No one improved. Anyway, moving on. And about that great heat and good action, Kurt Angle defeated David Richards in 14-21 by submission with an ankle lock. Great match, but what can you expect? When you get Kurt Angle in a match, he will always deliver. 61C. Next, after the match, Kurt Angle and David Richards shake hands in a show of respect. Another 58C minus, great rating. And moving on to tonight's main event, in a match with average crowd reaction and some decent in-ring action, Matt Hardy defeated Tyrus in 9 minutes 9 seconds by pinfall with a twist of fate. Tyrus was off his game tonight for some reason. The announcing quality and colour commentary gave the match a boost. The I Will Not Die storyline has advanced. Tyrus is improving in Rumble performance skills and he got a 43D minus. And to finish the show, EC3 attacked Matt Hardy with a ladder, but Hardy manages to turn it around, beating EC3 up with the ladder. This advanced the storyline once more, and it got a 51D plus. So all of a sudden, Matt Hardy went from losing non-stop to getting one more title match, to defeating Tyrus, and to gaining the upper hand after being attacked by EC3 with a ladder. So Matt Hardy, in the space of 1 hour, his whole career's just changed. He's went from being on a bad losing streak, now he's won a match, now he's got confidence, he's got one more week before Turning Point. What can Matt Hardy do next week, guys? What can Matt Hardy do before Turning Point? Will he defeat EC3 at Turning Point and be the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion? The only way to find out is to tune into Turning Point, and you can do it for fucking $9.99. Nah, I'm not kidding, guys. I'm not charging you. You can do it for free. Just like, comment, and subscribe, and if you can do that, I'd be eternally grateful. Right, moving on. Let's see what we get for the final show. I think this is for a good impact. I think I'm going to get a 62 here. I'm confident. Here we go. Fuck, well, I was kinda right. I said a 62, but we got a 52. Oh man, I'm surprised about that, because with 57, 58, 64, 61, I thought we would have done better than that, so that's strange, but still 52, it's not horrible, but when you do a 60, then you go back to a 52, you can't really be happy with it. It's just not how life works, sadly. And so guys, just before we end the video here, I thought I'd take a quick look at the storylines, considering there's only one more week before we head into Turning Point. And it's 51D plus for Crazy Man targeting Lashley. Basically Eric Young taking on Lashley in a feud. 51D plus, happy with that. I Will Not Die on Matt Hardy and EC3's feud has went up to 42, which is good because it was at 27, so it's been bumped up 15. And the Knockout Supremacy is also at 42. The Masked Competitors Collide is also 42. Retiring Kurt Angle's going well, it's doing strong at 55C minus. And the Beautiful People versus the Ugly People is at a 45D, so the storylines are going okay, as long as everyone's above 40, really. I'm happy enough, and we've got two that are above 50. We'll also be adding a Beer Money and Wolves feud into this storyline for next time, so tune in for that. But I've been Scotland 90. I'm currently watching Raw. I'm going to go and watch the last half an hour of it. Hopefully the show improves. It's been shit so far, but hopefully you enjoyed this show, and hopefully this show is better than what you watch on Raw. But until then, guys, peace out.